Hello, hello. Welcome to another Sakara live shopping event. I'm Whitney.
I'm Danielle.
We're the founders of Sakara, coming to you live today from our office in Soho, New York City. And so excited to be telling you about our brand new Sakara Supplements.
You guys hopefully have seen all the news around the launch, and that our intention here is really to take the noise out of your wellness routine. You're here, we know that you're wellness conscious, that you really want to take care of yourself, that you understand that the choices that you make every single day lead to a healthy, happy, nourished body. But over the past 10 years, there's been a lot of noise in the wellness industry.
So much noise.
A lot of opinions, and you probably have a supplement drawer full of stuff and, a cabinet full of stuff, and it's confusing, and what should you do and what should you not do? And we took a look and we thought, if we really want to bring something to our clients and to the world that is efficacious, that works, that's clean, we wanted to really be the thing they need to do every single day and ritualize it, make it beautiful, make it joyful, make it easy, make it delicious, and make it so that it works. It delivers on its promise. So that was the impetus for why we launched these 4 incredible products that we are going to take you through individually today.
Yeah, and something that just keeps coming up for me through, us talking about these products is that if you don't take your supplements, they don't work.
True.
Like, do you remember, I think there was a period of time when everybody was buying exercise equipment, and then, those memes of it's just, they turn into
like a drying rack.
Yes, a drying rack, like where you just like hang your clothes. They don't work if you don't do them. And it's the same with supplements. They don't work if you don't use them. And I just find it can be difficult to remember, your supplements, when to take them. And this was a big piece of our thought process going into creating these supplements was, let's make supplements that you actually use and that you enjoy taking. And that way they'll work better for you just through that, right?
Exactly. So I think we should start with the first one, because the first one was one that we and the team kind of put together, and the team really wanted to had this idea of like a liquid form that would sit next to your beauty regimen. And that's our daily elixir. So it's a daily multivitamin. And at first, Whit and I were like, okay, liquid multi, I totally get it. But like, why next to your beauty routine? And it wasn't until throughout the innovation process that I put it next to my moisturizer and then took a shot. I was like, I get it. It's because I already brushed my teeth. I already put on, like moisturizer. This is just part of that. It's not one other thing I have to go do. Like I have to remember to take my pills, or I have to remember to go to my supplement drawer. It's, as Whitney said, this is only as efficacious as you are willing to take it. And I had this realization after I took my first shot where I was like, oh, I'm done. Like if I can't do anything else today, then I have nourished myself and gotten kind of like my nutritional insurance.
Yes.
And it was delicious.
And, just wellness. I mean, you talk about this all the time about wellness has become another thing on the to-do list. And so we want to take stuff off of your to-do list. We want to make your life easier. And so just putting this next to your moisturizer, I mean, you're going to be washing your face or doing your beauty routine in the morning or brushing your teeth, whatever it is, part of your morning routine, it just slides in so that you don't even have to think about it. So this is the cap, and it's your little dosing cap. It gives you the perfect amount right here. You're going to pour it into your cap in the morning.
Shake it.
Shake, shake, shake. You want to blend everything in there. Take your shot and you're done. And it tastes really good. So it has it's kind of like a lemony citrus. How do you explain
minty kind of vibe? So like you can do it before you brush your teeth. Right. After, like it's not going to clash with your toothpaste. And you can think of it as like your daily multivitamin. So it covers all of your bases for what you need, like your vitamin D. It also has things like your methylated Bs, which are really important for energy metabolism. It has things like antioxidants like vitamin E, which is one of the most powerful antioxidants. It's really missing from our food system. And then it has like whole food complexes as well. So things to help with inflammation and oxidative stress.
And help you better absorb those nutrients that you're taking from inside the daily elixir.
Yeah, and they're in, as Whitney said, it's like, I think as part of this wellness decade, we've come to this notion that more is more, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. It's that intentional things at the right dosage are what impact our lives the most. So the things that you choose to do every single day, you might think that they're small, but they are not small, and they ladder up to how you feel. So this is made to cover all your nutritional bases, as well as be delicious and easy.
Yes. And so Danielle, we have a special, what are we calling it? Promo, a special promo today that is just for you viewers watching this YouTube live right now. And that is for today only. If you purchase one of these supplements here on our website, then you get entered to win one of our VIP mailers that includes a deluxe sample size version of all of our 4 supplements here today. So when you go over to purchase on sakara.com, you use the code community_SS, Sakara Supplements, as your code at checkout, and you'll get entered to win that deluxe VIP mailer set and get to try all of the different products there as a free gift from us. So be sure to go over and check that out. Use that code community_SS when you check out and when you purchase one of these supplements today.
And, before we move on to the next one, I also just want to add that there is a new part of our website. If you've been with Sakara a long time, you know our standards, you know how seriously we take everything from sourcing to quality standards. And so we have a new part on our site that is called Standards, and where you can really read and understand how much thought went into creating these products. Whitney and I talk about this a lot, whether it's food or supplements or skincare. There's a lot of choices that manufacturers and brands put into creating something, and there's no one to really hold them accountable, because by the time it gets to us, the consumers, you can use keywords like natural or all of these other things that might make you feel like something is made really well or has, really high quality standards, but it's not regulated. And so it's really important to us that we continue to make products that we take, that we trust, that you can trust, that both work, but are also really clean. One of the things that keeps me up at night and makes me so angry is when people go to do something good for themselves, like buy a supplement or eat a salad, and it's covered in toxins or made with ingredients that actually aren't good for you. It breaks my heart, because if you are here ready and willing and excited to take care of yourself, you deserve a product that's going to give you that desire. So that's what these are, and you guys can really understand our quality standards and what makes these products not only efficacious, but really special in the market.
And I'd say supplements are a tricky one. When it comes to buying food at the grocery store, you can turn over the ingredients list and really be able to understand, are all of these foods that I recognize on this ingredient list, or is this a whole food, and eat that. And I think when it comes to supplements, it can be a little bit confusing at times. And where do I purchase them from? Which brands can I trust? And you have to really do your research and purchase from brands that you trust, and not just name brands that have been around for a really long time. I was at a dinner the other night, and a friend was like, oh, well, how do I just buy a supplement? If I just go into Walgreens, can I just buy this supplement? And I was just like, whoa, let's slow down here. And she was talking about a multivitamin. This was before we launched ours. And you need to be looking at the ingredients there, because the multivitamin that she was talking about, which is a well-known brand, contain ingredients like red dye 40, yellow number 6, titanium dioxide, all in this white tablet. I don't know why it had, artificial food dyes and everything in a white tablet. But ingredients that you don't need, extra fillers, and included forms of the nutrients that were in their synthetic form, which are less absorbable to the body. And so we just always pick the highest quality ingredients and have the highest level of standards when it comes to our supplements, because if this is something you're putting into your body every single day, it really matters about the quality. So we went into line by line, picking the highest quality form and the most absorbable form of each nutrient so that it does the best it can possibly do for your body.
So speaking of bioavailability and absorbing nutrients, let's get into the cell reset. So the cell reset is a liquid fulvic acid supplement with wild blueberry and lemon. So it tastes delicious. And fulvic acid does two really important things. So one, it really helps lower oxidative stress, aka inflammation. And oxidative stress is something that naturally happens in the body and is necessary as part of our kind of phases of detoxification through our liver. But what happens is that our bodies are so bombarded by everything from stress, not sleeping well, which we'll also get into, toxins in our environment, in our food, in our air, in our water, you know, high stress at work, relationships, etc. We're all doing a lot, and that really impacts our cells. So they end up swimming in this soup that is very inflammatory and cannot do their job. So fulvic acid really helps with oxidative stress. And then what else it does is it helps your cells absorb more nutrients. So fulvic acid comes from our soil systems. And what it does is it actually helps plants absorb their nutrients from the soil. And it does the exact same things in our bodies and for our cells. It helps our cells soak up more nutrients. So
I call this one the booster. that this one is your daily multivitamin, and then this is the booster. It's called the cell reset, but for me, I think about it as a booster.
Yeah, it's something that so I like to just keep it next to the elixir and drop it in here before I take my shot. Some people like to just throw this in their bag because it's not just going to help you absorb nutrients from your supplement. It's also going to help you absorb nutrients from your food, you know, etc. So wherever you get nutrients from, it's like that kind of booster. So,
and my son is obsessed with this one.
Really?
He asks for it every day because it tastes so good. Yeah. It has wild blueberry in it, which, you know, does amazing things for your body, another amazing antioxidant, but it also just tastes so good. Again, your supplements don't work if you don't take them, so they have to taste good.
All right, should we get into metabolism bites? Maybe I'll have one.
I'll eat one.
I'll get you one.
Thank you.
So these are thermogenic gummies.
And these are such a hot seller, guys. If you are interested in metabolism, do not wait on these. These are going to sell out. They just launched yesterday and they're exceeding our expectations. They're exceeding our goals. And so we're going to sell out of these faster than we expected. If you want to try our metabolism bites, jump on it now, and don't forget about the special YouTube live deal that we have going on right now, where if you use the code community_SS, you're going to be entered to win the deluxe VIP sampling kit that includes samples of all of our supplements. But Danielle, let's talk about metabolism bites.
So metabolism bites have African spice fruit in them. They have an extract of that. And that is really there to help our bodies kind of burn through fat. So it boosts our body's ability to metabolize fat and our own fat storages. So if you think about metabolism being, you know, the information that we take in, how do we transform it into cellular energy? So that really boosts our cells' abilities to burn through fat, increasing our metabolic rate.
Amazing.
And then that. You just had that. And then they also contain saffron extract, which is an amazing ingredient. A very potent aphrodisiac, by the way, which is just an extra perk you get.
It's an extra perk
with boosting your metabolism. But saffron does many, many things. Also helps to lower inflammation, but studies show that it also is very good at really helping boost your own body intelligence. So if you're somebody who finds yourself snacking when you're not hungry, or reaching for something when you're actually not hungry, or not really knowing when you're full,
bored or emotional, or
emotional, like eating or not knowing when you're full, or like knowing when to like listen, it helps balance and boost the neurotransmitters and hormones that help signal those signals to our brain. So it really gets you more in touch with your own hunger signals and when you're full, which is really important because, as we mentioned earlier, like the stress that we're all under can really intercept our body's ability to understand when we're full, especially the foods we're eating. They tend to be, empty foods that change the signaling of our body. So the saffron and these metabolism bites really help you get in touch with. Here at Sakara is one of the most important things for us. Like the one thing we want for you is we want you to know your body so well, way better than we ever could, than any doctor ever could, any influencer, any, professional, expert, whatever it is. You deserve to be your own best expert. And I love that these metabolism bites, like they boost your metabolism, they boost your body's ability to burn through fat, but maybe most importantly, they boost your body's capability to like really get to know and understand itself.
Yeah. And so I feel like if you are a chronic snacker, or you have that sweet tooth and just, would love to curb those sugar cravings, maybe you like to eat something sweet after every meal, this is for you. This is a great way to, be standing in your own self again, not be under control of these cravings, but really like be in your own self and listen to your own body signals, communications,
and like true desire. Because, whether it's our food and ultra processed foods, or, not sleeping well, those really direct your body toward, high glucose, high sugar cravings. Like, so if that is you, like, it's a very normal thing. And it does take work in this day and age to kind of like reset, get back to our quote normal.
Yes. I love these though.
And they're delicious. And they're like a very sophisticated
I might have a little bit stuck in my teeth right now.
Get it with.
But that's okay.
But they're like a very sophisticated gummy where they don't taste like candy, but they definitely taste like
they're enjoyable.
They're really enjoyable. Yeah.
Yeah, a sophisticated gummy. Yeah, bite. But you take 2 of these daily. You can take more if you want to take more. And I think we're saying like up to 8 in a day. Our recommendation is 2 gummies daily between meals. But I love these so much. Keep these in my bag. Toss them on the go.
Okay, last but not least, as we're walking you through kind of your day, is what we called night service. Very sexy little bottle. It has a little cap where you can put in your 2 pills, keep it on your nightstand next to your bed, have about like a half hour, 45 minutes before you fall asleep. And these pills contain a few different ingredients that really help your nervous system work how it should work. So if you're somebody who's had issues with sleep, whether it's falling asleep or staying asleep and falling into deep sleep, it's definitely something going on with your nervous system. And we always have, whether it's blue light, or we're going to bed too late, or we ate too close to bedtime, or we're waking up early, or we're stressed, or we have kids, or the room temperatures.
Are you describing my life right now?
Yes, I am. Our life. It's hard to get a good night's sleep, but it's maybe one of the most important things you can do for health span, for longevity,
for skin and beauty.
Health. Yeah, for that skin glow. And so we had so many people and clients telling us that they wanted help with sleep. And so if you're somebody who's had issues and you've taken things like melatonin can be really strong.
It's not really groggy.
It like works. I remember taking it once and like my eyelids were closing and I didn't want that. I was like, not yet, but it was like, I couldn't help it. And I personally hate that feeling, like feeling like you're being like passed out. I hate that feeling. And so that was probably too much. And then sometimes if you have too little, you don't feel it at all, but it also doesn't help you stay asleep. So that's why we really went to like the neurotransmitters and the hormonal patterns that help you fall asleep and keep you in deep sleep for the right amount of time so that you wake up feeling really refreshed. So it has pharma-GABA, a really important neurotransmitter. It has 5-HTP, and it also has Nordic cherry and a really specific form of magnesium that helps your nervous system calm.
I have to say, I think this product changed my life. Like, haven't slept this well since before having a child.
Wow.
And when we were creating all the supplements, I thought that maybe this would be kind of like my least favorite product of like,
you didn't think you needed help.
I didn't think that I needed. And I was like, ooh, I want this. I definitely want my supplements to be easier to take, and I want to get more from my supplements and have it boosted. And I have known about the benefits of fulvic acid for a long time, but it doesn't taste good, and ours tastes amazing. And then I definitely want thermogenic benefits of metabolism chew. I was like, sleep, I think I'm okay. Game changer.
No.
Like, the quality of sleep and the ability to stay asleep, like hit a deeper level of sleep, is life-changing. Like, waking up refreshed, feeling more awake when I wake up, and having more energy in the morning time specifically it's amazing. Like,
it's the foundation for the rest of your day.
Yeah. And then I can have my morning beverage more as like, ooh, this is a nice thing. And I can choose something. It doesn't matter if it has caffeine in it or not. I'm not like, give me a coffee. I'm feeling good in the morning.
Yeah.
And that feels really, really good. Really different.
Yeah. And I think like when you get this is like really what we wanted to do is kind of, once you get to the root of things, once you start to really think about like, where is like the most upstream place, we can kind of think about why someone wouldn't sleep. And it's really your nervous system and the hormones like cortisol and melatonin and their cycles and how they sync. And how you sleep at night is how you cognitively like functional you're going to be throughout the day. Like, they're intertwined, and your hormones that kind of come through the night, like melatonin and peak, is going to equal how your cortisol acts throughout the day and how awake and alive you feel.
Such a good point.
And so the more you can like nourish your night and sleep deeply, but also not too deeply, because we all know what it feels like to like take something.
I don't want to just be knocked out in case I need to get up for something. But
also, like, you don't want to wake up groggy, And so this is like deep sleep the way your body was meant naturally to. It's not gonna like force you, which is really important. So it's non-habit forming.
And I feel like, it's non-habit forming. And for me, it feels like it quiets the busy mind so that I can go to sleep. Like, that when I'm ready to go to sleep, I can turn out the light and I'm not lying there with my mind racing, thinking about things, wishing like, can I just please just go to sleep? Like, mind shut off. It helps me to quiet the noise, quiet my mind, and just like ease into sleep.
And that's really the pharma-GABA and the adaptogenic blend. So pharma-GABA is really known for reducing stress. So if you're someone that has a busy mind at night, which I think is kind of all of us.
If you're busy during the day, it's hard to like slow that down.
Yeah.
Into sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So it's an amazing product.
And then really mention the 5-HTP, because I think it's an interesting point.
Okay. Well, I am in my 30s now and a mother, but I had a lot of fun in my 20s. And I also am married to someone who was in nightlife for a long time. And 5-HTP, if you don't know, maybe you guys do, because I'm sure you might have had a party chapter too, or in it. But 5-HTP is really known if you're, going out late, drinking, maybe doing some other things. 5-HTP can really help reboost your serotonin. So to help you feel less hungover the next day. So though we're not necessarily saying this is a hangover product, it does contain 5-HTP, which is really known to help you awaken feeling more refreshed. And that's what it really does.
Yeah. So if you had a night out or maybe a night in and a glass of wine at home, and maybe you're, hitting an age where like, oh, you feel that one glass of wine, like this is a great way to wake up feeling refreshed. Yeah. I love that as like a little secret benefit to it.
So, you know, you can imagine just like, I have this image in my head of like swiping all the supplements off the countertop, you know, and like just making it so simple, you guys. Like, does not have to be complicated. And I think wellness has just gotten to this place where it's complicated, it's not clear. And I think in most places we're missing the point. When I see like the supplements out there, it's like they contain one single ingredient and then there's like all these claims about it. But I'm like, but you're not getting the nutrients you need. It's like one thing with a huge promise. And it's kind of like what happens in food too, where it tends to be like, all you need is protein. It's like, it's just not true. And the more you can focus on your daily habits, I might be a boring conversation. I know it can be really intoxicating and seductive to think there's this one ingredient, this one macro, this one thing that's all you got to do and you got to keep doing it. But repeatedly, the literature and studies show that the more you can stick to a whole food, plant-rich diet, reduce stress, get the nutrients that you need on a daily basis, that is what points to, you know, longevity, health span, etc. So it's these small things that we do every day, and it's less like the things that we do for a couple of weeks that come with a huge promise in a small pill.
Yeah, I think that's a great reminder. You have to cover your bases on the foundational parts of wellness. Before you start going for those things, you've got to do the foundation. Eat well, cover your nutritional bases.
Cells healthy, sleep well.
Get some movement, get a great night's sleep. And that's going to get you up to a whole new level where then those other, you know,
more targeted things, more things in.
Great. Yeah. But before you can go up there, you've got to hit those foundations. And hitting those foundations shouldn't be a 20-minute morning routine of 100 supplements. And, you know, if you remember all of those supplements, they have to go through the same pathways, digestive pathways, detoxification pathways through your liver as everything else. And we don't want to overburden our livers because then they can't do the job that it's there to do. So sometimes we just need to simplify in order to get the best results. But I'm so excited. We've had an incredible response. I'm so grateful for everybody, all the just like excitement around it. We had a feature in Vogue yesterday, which was so exciting. WWD. Just so much love on social media. The response has been incredible. People are really excited for these products.
And we're going to be doing a lot more of these YouTube lives. This is one of five. One of five series that we're doing. We love doing these with you guys and being able to like get into the details and really talk about why we created them and why we love them. So
yeah. And if you have questions, send us your questions, because in the next one, we're going to go deep on the Daily Elixir. So send us your questions about Daily Elixir, especially if you get it and you try it and you're incorporating it and you have any questions, send them our way, because we're going to be doing a deep dive on that one. And also, you know, on our website, you do get a discount if you're buying the bundle. I believe right now we're running a special. You get 10% off if you're buying all 4 of the supplements. It's a really great deal. So check that out. But yeah, so excited.
And just one last time, just remember at checkout, you can use the code community_SS at checkout and enter to win our deluxe sample kit, where you get a deluxe sample of all 4. Well, thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you later. Time for another gummy?
Yeah, I'll eat another one.
I wish I included that. You guys always have the cutest little end things.